months left, 48 and some. Shadow on my chest weighs a metric ton. Teeth on edge at the quiet hum. Every little sound feels like a gun. I taste metal just from breathing in. Hands keep shaking like they never end. Room keeps spinning but I stay still. Heart on overkill. It's under my skin. Under my skin. Get out! Scratching at the bones I'm living in. Memories a trap I'm falling in. Every night again. Again, again. I'm screaming inside but the world stays still. Can you hear the war under my skin? Away light cuts across my face. Flashes lit at night like a switchblade grace. Smile on cue, but it's painted on. Everyone says, look how strong you've gone. I've got ghosts in the shower drain. See their shapes in the heat stained pain. Smile for the photo, bite my tongue. Say I'm fine, choking down my lungs. It's under my skin. Under my skin. Get out! Scratching at the bones I'm living in. Right. Memories a trap I'm falling in. Every night again. Again and again. I'm screaming inside but the world stays thin. Can you hear the war under my skin? I count the toes just to not see blood. I hold my breath till it feels like love. I write my name on a shaking page, trying not to drown in a second's rage. If I say it out loud, will it lose its teeth? If I show you the wound, will you still breathe with me? It's under my skin. Under my skin. Get out! Scratching at the bones I'm living in. Memories a trap I'm crawling from. One small step and my legs feel numb. I'm screaming inside but I won't give in. I'm learning to live with what's under my skin. Under my skin. But I'm still under my skin. I drag that fear under my skin. And I won't quit if this is hell. I'm walking through it. there's something in the way we talk when the night gets long and real. Why do we need to admit our pain? Why do we call out his name? Around the fire, he's the center of it all now. When I'm lost and can't find my way, you remind me that he's here to stay. In these moments by the flame, everything will change. Why do we need to admit our pain? Why do we call out his name? Around the fire of the fire, he's the center of it all. He's the center of it
Cameras look like before we came in. I'm a little small. What's going on, everyone? Make sure that the audio should be coming through. Yeah, there we are. Okay. Sorry for being so late. Kind of got distracted doing things and talking behind the scenes, and you know how that goes. I see we got Caden here already, and our guest Jorba chiming in. Great to see you all.
What's going on, chat?
How you doing tonight, Jorba?
I'm good, guys. How you guys doing?
I'm doing great, friend. How you doing, Mischief?
You know, I'm feeling blessed today, so I can't complain. And I get to hang out with you guys, even more blessed.
I was about to say, dude, I am sweating like a stuck pig at the moment. My room, I really need to get like a fully dedicated fan friend here.
You get just a whole
Tornado
AC
weather.
unit for that room. Just a whole, just for the room itself, the one you put on the wall.
Dude, that would be amazing. I've been seeing you play a lot of Marathon lately. That's a game I haven't actually gotten into yet.
Yeah, it's a heck of a game, man. I before the game launched, it had a lot of pushback from, I guess, a lot of the Destiny community guys. People were trying to, bury it before it even came out. And I had played early on last year. Me and Lumpy both were under NDA last year, playing the game under Bungie's private tests.
Mm-hmm.
And back then, the game, it was fun. The bones were there. But the gunplay, some of it, the TTK was a little too long. Some of the bots were a little overwhelming. Some of the way the game looked, it had its problems. Yeah, I could go on. I could name a whole list, but and of course they had that whole controversy with the art and all that stuff. I don't know if you guys knew about that, but
No.
Basically, what had happened was they had when you make games, there's tons of people that go into making a game. There will be a million different artists that they can contract people out or bring people in. And they had an artist that was actually stealing art from an independent artist, and he had already been let go at the time when it got discovered. But his assets that he had stolen from this artist were already put in the game, so they had to deal with a lot of that controversy. One of the main directors, I think the leader of the actual company, he ended up quitting before that, and then the main director of the game ended up getting fired, and then they brought in a new guy, and then they gave him pretty much 6-7 months to push launch. So they didn't make the launch window, their original window. Of course, we played in the tests after that, but I mean, when the game launched, it looked way better, and they've been making updates almost every week since then. The game itself, though, what I really like about it is it doesn't hold your hand. You know, those who come into my channel and watch me, they know I play a lot of extraction shooters a lot of the time, and have been.
No way.
Yeah, no way. But it's not your typical extraction. You could say. I would say it's a good happy medium between Tarkov and Delta Force's extraction. It's got the difficulty of Tarkov, like the systems of like understanding how the game works, versus like the classes, a little bit of the gear simplicity of Delta Force. But the setting is very interesting because, I mean, Marathon was a game back, gosh, it's been almost, it's over 30 years old now. It was a game they had Bungie developed for the Mac. They actually made 3 games. They made Marathon 1, 2, and a third game called, I think it's called Infinite or something like that. But they don't count the third one as canon because it goes into like weird timelines and things like that. So, but this is a continuation of those games. So it's very, very far in the future. The Marathon is a giant ship that we used to travel from Mars to this system called Tau Ceti. It took 300 years to get there. We built a colony on this planet on Tau Ceti 4. Something happened. We don't know what. That's where this game takes off. Is you're playing as shells that are created, robotically by these corporations. It's a typical kind of like the corporations rule the future type of thing. But you're trying to figure out what happened to the colonists. It's like a space future, like dark future type thing. It's really, really interesting. So it's at its core, the lore is very fun. The gameplay is very fun. But I find a lot of people. I played with Waffle Meat last night. Me and Ray played with Waffle, and it was only he had played it only a handful of times before, and he's still trying to grasp onto the systems and things like that of the game. But he's slowly seeing the light of, because it's a fantastic game. A lot of these bigger streamers played it and wrote it off because they didn't like the way the art style was, or they don't want to admit that they were bad at the game and things like that. But I've been
People
loving
don't
it.
want to admit that they're bad. Wow.
Oh yeah. Color me surprised.
That's shocking.
But I got everyone except for Solid on the tribe is playing it right now. Me and Zarek and Aztec have been playing. And then, of course, Ray, he's loving it because it's a very, it does have PvE, but, like, the PvP is very, very good. I mean, this is Bungie we're talking about here. I mean, they made Halo, Destiny. I mean, they know how to make a shooter game. So,
Definitely.
the gunplay is very, very fantastic. I enjoy it a lot. But, yeah, man, I've just been maining the heck out of that game and enjoying it.
I've been meaning to play it. I just haven't. It's been so chaotic. I haven't even played video games in, like, the past 3 weeks. I got tons of baby goats and lambs and sheep and puppies on the ground, so my time's pretty monotonous and consumed, I should say.
Nah, that's understandable. I've been the same way since I was working the job that my company had at the stadium over here, but then I got moved to another job that we're doing over here at the airport, and it's just been hellish. I've been doing 70 hours a week, so I've just been kind of streaming when I can. I mean, I'm used to doing those kind of normal hours, which is fine. It's just between doing all that and streaming and all the content stuff, it's like it gets a little tough, but we're hanging in there. We're hanging in there.
Yeah, I mean, I can
mainly I'm just
on
enjoying
that.
Haley streaming. Yeah,
I was about to say I've been enjoying Haley streams too. It's fun to just sit there, hang out, and watch somebody build Legos.
Yeah, she's man. We ran an inventory of what we had last week, and she's got plenty to build. So I kind of we walked in. I spent. I guess as you could say, it's kind of a flex, but I spent like, how much did I spend, babe? Legos. I spent about $700 in the Lego store the other day.
Very nice.
I walked in there. You should have seen all the kids with their with their moms and dads staring at me. I'm walking in there holding all this like crazy stuff. They're all looking at me.
Legos.
They're like, can you be my dad?
It was a lot. Yeah, yeah. The guys at the Lego store was like, "Do you need help with that? Are you sure you don't need help with that?" I'm like walking, like carrying big boxes and stuff.
I got it.
But it was cool though. I mean, but she's got plenty to do, and she's not always gonna be doing Lego. She's gonna be doing a little bit of gaming here and there. So, hi, Wishy.
I was about to say, welcome in, Wishnick. I've developed this stupid game where we just keep on chatting each other, the eyeballs looking at each other for some reason. I don't even know why it started. It's hard to tell.
The meta games of the Rumble chats.
Yeah, Resbot is
she
the
goes
king.
again.
Oops, hold on. I thought I clicked off on it for a second. But speaking of the meta games, what do you think about the announcement that Rumble made that the editors' picks are going away? From what I understand,
they're not gone yet, that I know of.
Mhm.
Boys, can you please stop barking? They're not gone yet that I know of, but honestly, I'm 50-50 on it because one, if you look at it from one side, the first side is like it's a great tool for people of discovery, right? Because Rumble does kind of lack that discovery right now. Of any sort of algorithm. So that's kind of all we have for, someone that isn't one of the bigger streamers to gain a little bit of an audience or get views or what have you. I mean, but on the other side of it, I'm sure you and Dev have seen online, everybody complains about who's getting into it. This person's getting it too much, or this, bought that, and it's just a whole thing. So like maybe it's just best that it does go away if I had to lean to it, because then you're gonna have some of the people some people were relying on it. They were definitely, there's a few individuals I think were probably, I don't know who, I'm not naming names or anything, I really don't know, but I'm sure there was a few that were riding on it. I'm not one of those individuals. I could care less if I ever got into it ever again. I appreciate Rumble that, for choosing me to be in that. It doesn't matter to me or not. I don't struggle to hit my numbers for the creator program, but it is nice exposure. And at the end of the day, my opinion on it is that even though, yeah, we should have an algorithm and things like that, we don't work at Rumble. We don't design Rumble. We don't have jobs at Rumble. We don't, and there are some people that do have investments or whatever. You put a couple $1,000 or $100, whatever,
Stock or something.
Yeah, whatever. I guess you could have somewhat of an opinion, but at the end of the day, none of us work there, so they're gonna put who they're gonna put. So, and
Sorry,
I kind
I
of look at it in
lights.
terms. Oh, you're fine. I just look at it in terms of, let's say you're running a business, right? Your business sells a high quality products to lower tier quality products, right? Most of the time you're going to want to have your higher tier products in the window to sell, right? You're not going to put, the lower tier stuff for people to come in. They can go and find that on their own, right? So, yeah. It's a very easy concept of why and how people get in that. The whole like narrative of like, oh, this person's sucking someone else off, pardon my French, but doing this and doing that to this person, they're in with it. It's all a bunch of bullshit. It really is. It really is.
It's people just looking for a reason to argue is what I've chalked it down to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like some of the stuff I've seen online, like I'm not saying that there's not valid points, but a lot of the stuff that I've seen online, it's like, dude, you're just complaining like you're back in high school. Like this isn't, at least for me.
I mean,
I do what I do. And then I'm not trying to be in a popularity contest. That's not what I'm here for.
Exactly. I mean, you have to look at the grand scheme of it all. Rumble really only accounts for like 0.03 or 0.04% of all web traffic. So, I mean, we're out here really fighting for scraps, because not saying that Rumble doesn't have viewers, they do, but the majority, we all know where the majority of the viewers are, right? It's no mystery to us where they are. So it's already a struggle enough. But you're literally fighting over scraps. I mean, I don't see
The point.
I don't see the point in all the infighting. I really don't. I mean, that's why I think multi-streaming is a very important thing to do. Even the big people are doing it. So, I mean, either you join up and do it, or like just stay quiet. I mean, it don't. If all you're going to be on is Rumble the whole time, and you're not trying to go after it and being a career, I don't think you have any argument to say who's doing what on the site. I really don't. I just don't. You're not gaining anything out of it, right? If you're getting up and going to work every day and this is just a hobby to you and you're still arguing, it doesn't. Your whole thing is just moot. It doesn't matter in the grand scheme. It really doesn't. And another thing is too is that, with all this discourse and all this crap online and stuff, especially on X, guys, Rumble sees all this stuff. All the Rumble staff is seeing it. Chris sees it. Everybody sees it. And I'm gonna be completely honest. And I'm sure, hopefully, somebody has flexed their brain and used this to realize that if you're going and shit talking the site constantly, how they're not doing this, not doing that, the stock is this, the stock is that, you're tagging employees like crazy all the time, you're not going to get anything. You're not going to get anything. You're not going to get picked for anything. You're not, and you can, but they're just going to counter argue and say, oh, well, I didn't want to be there anyway. They're always going to find an excuse somewhere. But like I said, I mean, if you're going to, nitpick my business, and I'm not going to want you as a customer. And don't be surprised that if you're not getting into these certain places, I mean, we got a lot of guys that are, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not calling out any names or anything, but I just, from what I see online, like I just passively read it and move up, because it's just a bunch of bullshit to me. It's just like complaining. And like I said, I mean, you're just going to keep complaining. You're not going to get anything. And it's like you can chalk it up to ass kissing or whatever you want. But that's just a pure fact. And life is not fair. Life isn't fair. Business isn't fair. No. It's just it's not. And everybody has got this weird sense of their own reality of what they're interpreting, what Rumble should be, or we're this on Rumble, or we're that on Rumble. It's like you're nothing. Like none of us are
apparently looking for Mothman sitting outside.
Dude,
someone's outside your window.
Thunder.
Oh, I gotcha.
No, I can't hear it.
Probably not, because the voice isolation's so good on Discord. But I don't know if you keep seeing those flashes of light. It's wild. We had tornadoes last night, so.
That's fun.
Oh yeah.
Wish Nick brings up a good point. She says we'll just know who the problem children are.
Exactly.
Kind of out yourself, at that point.
I mean, some of them don't care, and that's fine. I mean, they have every right to say whatever they want, but no one has to listen to it either.
That's mischief, Taco. That's Jorba. I really need to work on putting like nameplates. Is there a way that Discord can display like nameplates?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Because if I keep my cursor on us, it shows. But
yeah, it might. I might have a setting, and it might do it.
Because I was going to ask you about.
I would just make text. I would just make text and bring it into OBS and have it over your camera.
Yeah, that's true.
And just do it that way.
But yeah, dude, in all honesty, I'm so tired. Like half the reason I don't go onto like X and like read stuff is because it's nothing but people complaining. I think Wish Nick said it earlier. She said it means if you want it, then get your butt in gear, put the work in. Now they don't have an excuse to whine. But there's those type of people. And what's up, Taco? Great to see you, my friend. Great to see you as well, Seether. But I've seen people sit there complaining about it, and they just want something to complain about. That's just the type of person they are. And no matter what you do, it's always going to be something.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, I am of the opinion that I think your quality should matter. I mean, your audio, everything, camera. I mean, if your camera, I mean, audio especially. Audio is the first bugaboo. If your audio is bad, 100%, no one's going to stick around. Video can be a little more, get a little more leeway because that's a little bit touchy, because that comes down to what kind of computer do you have? What kind of internet do you have? Is the server working right? There's could be a million things with that, but and if you're just bad at the game, you're just standing there not talking or not interacting with your chat, you're not putting any effort into, marketing yourself or doing anything. If you're just there, basically what I'm saying is if you're going in and not really caring, and I'm not expecting everybody that streams to know everything off the rip, you gotta work for it. But like I said, if you're coming in and just doing it as a hobby, and it's really just a hobby to you or whatever, you're just in it to get the, $150 to $200 check every month. I just really don't think you can have much of opinion or hate for people that are actually trying to better themselves with it, or make an actual career out of it, or have a business with it.
Yeah. There you go.
That's all there is to it. I mean,
it's backwards.
You can. My thing is too is I've seen a lot of guys that are like, well, I've been on Rumble for this amount of time. Well, okay, that doesn't mean anything. Like,
hold on for a second.
You've been here. Oh yeah.
Thank you for the raid. Oh yeah, I still forgot to put. We can keep on talking. I keep on forgetting to actually add in the audio. I have audio to put to that. Just keep on forgetting to do so. But thank you for the raid, Free. I hope you had a great stream.
That's a sweet raid screen.
Yeah, it's supposed to have air sirens behind it, but well, not that like air raid sirens. It's from a wrestler's intro, actually.
Yo, what's going on, man? How you doing?
But sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. I ramble. You know how I am.
That's why we love you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just. Some people have personal grievances as well. Some people don't like other people's opinions. All I can say is if you're a grown adult, get over it. Just get over it, man. Like,
there's a lot of people that can use that advice.
Yeah, I mean, it really is just get over it, and people can take that how they will, and look at me how they will. I really don't care. You're not paying my mortgage. So,
yeah. I was about to say you're actually paying for everything I put into this, honestly.
Yeah, same. I've everything that I have, everything that Haley has to do her streams. I've helped Jesus and Zarek and Solid as well. I've sent them things, and I've helped my friends out. Everything that we have, I worked for, and I put it all together. I did all the work to, do a lot of thumbnails. I do a lot of thumbnails still for my guys. I do my own thumbnails for Haley. I'm doing, building scenes for people. I'm doing a lot of stuff. I mean, I'm doing work for like multiple streamers, not just me. And I don't talk about it either. I don't think this is the first time I've actually talked about it to someone out loud. Now that I actually think about it.
Well, aside from the time that I made you talk about it,
on your
stream, because I was asking you a ton of questions.
Oh yeah, well there was that one time, but I mean, and I think I've told Meg and Kev this before too, but yeah, I mean, I'm putting in double the work. It's and I don't expect Haley to sit there and learn to do her own thumbnail. She doesn't have time for that either. She's big bossing it up at work. So, and she's taking care of the boys, while I'm sitting here, talking to a screen. So it's just, people can have their own opinions. That's fine. But like I said, no one has to listen to it. And we're all grown adults at the end of the day on a website that has 0.03% of the web traffic. And while YouTube has 48, 49%, I mean we're in a whole different ball game here.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it any less real, but But you understand what I mean by that.
Yeah, it's not like we're, trying to fight over, millions of dollars. Like it.
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
Well, with the creator program too, it's like I honestly, like, if I don't hit my metrics, it's either because I was too busy or I wasn't doing well enough for people to come into my stream and enjoy my content. Mm-hmm. That's how I look at it. I hold myself accountable.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be anybody else's fault except mine. But here's the thing: it's like getting some money at the end, a couple $100 at the end of the month is it's nice. That pays for my gas for a couple weeks. If that.
Well,
so
for now.
I mean, for now, while it's still not $20 a gallon. But it's like I said, it could go away tomorrow, and I don't need it financially. It's not a financial. My entire streaming career has never been about financials ever.
Mm-hmm.
I've streamed for 10 years. It's only been like the last 3 years I've been consistent. And I've seen. I mean, I'm back in the day, man. It wasn't that easy to start streaming. OBS was still fairly new. I was still messing around with it before then when it was still just a TV. There wasn't all this hardware and software they have now. So, back when I was doing a lot of the Halo 4 circuit stuff, and I was traveling around, a lot of that stuff wasn't available. You had to pay high dollar for some broadcasting equipment and software to be able to even get it out there. Now you got kids walking around with a backpack and a little satellite dish on their back, and it's like done. You know what I mean? It's so easy for them just to hit stream and go.
Yeah. So I'm so coming up in the IRL streamers.
Oh yeah. I'm not an IRL guy. Some of it's kind of funny. It depends on what it is.
Yeah, what was that one dude that overdosed on crap, what is it? I can't remember. His name's Clavicular, I think.
Oh, yeah, Clav. Yeah, he streams on Kick.
Took 10 times the amount of peptides or something. I just saw the video of him passing out on stream.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's the stuff that none of us give a shit about. It's just and if I'm being completely honest, I think some of the sites need to start cracking down on some of that stuff, because now you got all the people committing crimes, driving while they're doing it, speeding, putting people in danger. Everything is content now. Everything is content. Whether it's clavicular going into overdose, or someone driving into someone's car, someone fighting somebody, or picking up girls, or being a degenerate. You name it, man. Everything's content.
Dude, even some of the podcasts are getting to the point where it's just what is even going on now? I saw a clip. I don't know what the name of the podcast was, but they were essentially softcore porning it. It wasn't on Rumble. I think it was over on Kick. And I was just dude, what is this?
That's the reason I kind of left Twitch all those years ago. So once it's what we call the hot tub meta back in the day, when the girls started getting
the hot tub streamers,
hot tubs, or the little blow up pools and stuff like that. When that started becoming a thing, kind of when Amaranth was on the rise, that girl.
Is that the bathwater chick?
No, that's a different girl.
Oh.
But it's how much I left Twitch because of that. Because it's well, look at me. I mean, do I look like I could compete with?
I don't know.
Girls with their boobs out in a hot tub. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think I'm not an ex-professional gamer either. I didn't have the clout of that.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of got away I'm kind of glad I did get away from Twitch for the most part, because of just there's always something new going on with them every day. Whether it be something about politics, like Hassan doing something, or Asman doing something, or somebody's getting banned for saying the stupidest little thing. And I just left. And then I went to YouTube. And then YouTube, when I was there, I mean, this has been years ago now. At the time, the live stream was good, but it didn't have a lot of the tools that they have now. Mm-hmm. So it was still real hard to grow live. And then I went to TikTok, And TikTok was okay. I was growing a little bit on TikTok with the lives and things like that. But man, you could not say anything on TikTok without getting flagged. I mean, they will bot flag you immediately. Or like I had guys come in, like we were playing, me and Jesus were playing Warzone a lot at the time. And I would have guys come in from my games that I like beat in game, and they would like report me like on my TikTok, like they'd find me and like report me, and then I would get flagged. And I've never been banned on any site ever, but I just got tired of the TikTok thing because then they started kind of like nerfing my views, so like they weren't really showing my lives to anybody. And I would talk to my agency and stuff like that, and like there wasn't really anything they could do about it at the time. And I just said screw it, and then I took a break for a little while, maybe like a couple months, and then Doc got his deal with Rumble. And I had heard of Rumble through a couple of other content creators from YouTube, but I didn't really look into it much because it was just like, oh, it's like another just another video site, you know, at the time. And Doc said he's going over there, so I was like, well, you know, maybe I'll check out Rumble and look at it and all that. So I did, and then I saw that they had gaming, they had all this stuff, and it was like, you know, people were chatting, and I was like, oh, there's a community here, you know. And you know, I got premium through Doc's discount, and then I was like, you know, I talked to, you know, Aztec, and I was like, hey, you know, maybe we should try streaming on Rumble and see how that goes. And man, we've been here ever since. So, you know, I've met so many cool people, and you know, and my friends, you know, and I never would have known, I never would have met Meg or Kevin if it wasn't for Rumble. I would, and I would have never known that they lived like, you know.
1 second. Oh.
Uh-oh.
What's OBS doing?
Antichrist of technology.
Dude, I don't know if we're still live. I don't know if either of you can see it, but it is. OBS is freaking out.
It's
you all hear me?
Right now. Are you dropping? Are you dropping frames?
No, it's like about to crash, like OBS is, and it's messing with all my other stuff. Dude, OBS just crashed.
Oh, you should be good as long as you don't stop on Rumble. You can just start it up again.
All right, I think we're back. See if we're back. Wish Nick it just completely killed itself.
Yeah, we're.
Do I look normal?
Yeah, it's back. I'm watching it.
I'm just not going to touch it. My preview looks so messed up right now, but it's working, so we're just going to go with it.
Freezes on like a terrible face or something.
Dude, it was freaking out. Like, it was causing, like, all the stuff that is pulled into it to start messing up. Like, I could hear you, but I could not see you on Discord.
Yeah, it's because you're sharing, you're kind of simultaneously running on both.
Yeah.
If you want to save some CPU, if you can take it, right click on your preview window on OBS, and then just stop the preview. That way it'll save a little bit of.
No, yeah.
Just hopefully it doesn't. You can get.
Freak out. All right, they're all saying we're back. Should be
all right.
So we're good.
Yeah, I can see we're back.
Sorry about that.
We're back, chat. He had a little bit of OBS problems. It's okay. Computers. See what I was saying earlier? You see what I was saying earlier? You never know. So something out of your control might happen. You just never know.
Welcome in, Mama Lynn. Great to see you, my friend. But yeah, the whole reason I started on Rumble, because I was originally going to start on YouTube, and then my videos kept getting flagged. Yeah, Meg, we got cameras now. Welcome in, my friend.
Meg.
Which I will leave that behind the scenes. Never mind. Well, I guess she did say it in her Discord. Guys, if you could pray for Kevin. Kevin just lost his mom.
Yes.
So keep him in your prayers. Talked to him earlier today. So.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. I mean, it's really sad, dude. I feel so bad for him. I know that she had been having some health troubles for a little while, so it's you can't ever prepare for anything like that. You just can't. I'm dealing with something like that myself right now. So and I've talked to Kevin about this. And you know, I'd talked to Kevin, and it's like, and I think I told Meg too. It's like, you know, I have my grandfather. You know, he's 80. He's gonna be 87 years old, and I'm very close with my grandfather. He's my, you know, my dad passed away. Gosh, been almost it's been over 5 years now, but I didn't really know my dad growing up. My dad did every drug he could find under the sun. I met him a couple of times after I'd turned 18. It didn't really affect me all that much. But, you know, my grandfather was one who, you know, taught me a lot of things, you know, about being a man. I mean, everything that I'd known between him and my uncle. And, you know, I struggle every day with, you know, and I don't know if this is weird or not, but I struggle with, like, I'm going to wake up one day and I'm going to get that phone call.
Yeah.
And I've been mentally trying to prepare myself for that for years. And I just don't think that I could.
I don't think there's ever a way.
Lose it. No, you can't.
Prepare
you can't.
For that.
And, you know, with Kevin,
what's up with Vigilant?
You know,
great to see you.
With Kevin and you know, I know his mom had been having some health problems. It's like, you know, I felt so bad because I know he's probably having those same thoughts. And it's like, but how do you? Only thing you could do is just be there as a friend. You know what I mean? And my love goes out to Kevin and his family and Meg as well. So
yeah, I was about to say, I think I retyped my message to Kevin like 20 different times because what do you say in that moment? And I just settled upon it. I was like, hey man, you know, I heard what happened. I just wanted to let you know that we're here for you, and if you need anything, let us know.
Yeah, and that's all I could say to him was just check on him, and I told him and Meg both, if you guys, you know, because we're up the road from them, tell them if they need anything, just let us know, and we'll be there for them. So, yeah, it's sad, man. It's something that I you know, I know we all have to deal with it at some point in our lives, but like I said, you just can't mentally prepare. You just can't. I can't. I don't even know. It's like the amount of heartache that he's probably going through right now. It's like undescribable. So, but I love that. I love that man. He's my Pookie. I call him my Pookie.
It's hard not to love Kev. He's awesome.
Oh yeah, he's a hoot, man. Smart dude, man. He's got a brain on his shoulders, man. I'll tell you, he's a smart dude, and he's hilarious. Yeah. He is, and he will tell you he is full of useless facts. He's like, I'm kind of the same way sometimes. Where like I'm full of useless stuff I probably shouldn't know.
I am full of useless knowledge because for like a year, my ADHD fixation, like what I had on in my second brain is what I like to call it, was top 10 videos. So I have uber amounts of useless knowledge on movies, wrestling, weird facts. Like it's just so much useless knowledge is stored up there, and then I'm like trying to remember, you know, like coefficients for frictions for certain types of concrete, and I was just like, I have to look it up. I don't know.
He's talking about concrete mixtures now. What are the ratios? What's the ratios?
Yeah, Meg. Next week we're doing open campfire talks for my birthday stream. So if you or Kev would like to come on, you're more than welcome. Same for you, Jorba. Even though we're having you on right now.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Just let me know, and we'll figure it out.
But I was going to say, you know, from an early age, like I lost a lot of family members. Like I lost both my papa and my granddad, which were two major people I looked up to uh, in 2001. And my mama hung around for a long time. But, when I was in high school, I, you don't even think about that type of stuff.
Yeah,
And
you don't. Yeah,
I lost one of my closest friends who literally lived right down the street. I could throw a football and hit his house. And I remember, he wasn't sick. He wasn't anything. He was perfectly healthy. And I think he got a bad mixture of drugs and alcohol and found him dead. And my mom came in and told us, and I don't think I said a word for like 3 days after that. It wasn't until really the visitation, like, the before the funeral. I never cried. Honestly think I was just in shock. And it broke me pretty hard, actually.
Yeah.
Me and one of my friends, he'd always come over and we'd go walk around the neighborhood. And we were both really close with Austin. And we would just sit in his driveway and just talk about him. And I don't know if you can hear the dogs howling in the background. Okay, I think the noise gate's keeping it through, or keeping it out.
Yeah, but, I didn't hear it at all.
Because they're going nuts. But get my brain back on track. We just sit there and talk about times that we had with them, and how much we miss them and stuff like that. And it took me years to get over it. Not really get over it, but to actually figure out how to deal with that type of loss.
Yeah, like kind of go like work through your grief. Yeah.
And Wishnick says it's the hardest thing in the world to lose someone that you are so close to. Yes.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean, I haven't had many in my family. I think so. There's only, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 that I can think of, but they're like great aunts. Both of my great grandparents. I was on the younger side when my great grandfather on my mom's side passed away, and I think I might have been 9 or 10 years old at the time, and I knew him. I saw him all the time when I was growing up, and he lived in Florida. And I remember it hurting my grandma more than anything. I think just seeing my grandmother upset's what upset me the most, I think. And then my great grandmother passed away about almost 3 years ago now, and she was almost 100.
Oh wow!
But that one hurt me. I hadn't seen her in a very long time, but I mean, I would keep up with her. I was close with a lot of my great aunts that took care of her, and we're a pretty close family. So like, I'm pretty good at trying to keep up with everybody. But I just hadn't seen her in a long time, and I remember I got the call and I was at work, and man, I don't know. I think it was like my mom had called me and told me. And I couldn't, and it just, my mind immediately went to my grandmother. So, and how upset that she probably was, because she's the oldest. So, I think that hit her the hardest out of all her sisters. Mm-hmm. So, that was a pretty major one. I remember when like I said, my dad, I know this is going to sound terrible, chat, but like my dad passing didn't really affect me at all. I just kind of was like, I barely even knew the guy. I knew that he was kind of on that path at an early age, and you kind of get what you get out of life if you're not trying to take him. He never held a job. He just wouldn't do anything. Mm-hmm. So, Haley's father, he passed away kind of around the same time. We were kind of going through some stuff. I mean, me and Haley have been together 10 years. So we've had our fair share of some ups and downs, but But man, gosh, I mean, dude, I don't even want to, like, I understand that my mother is going to pass away someday. We're all going to go someday, but like my mother, that's what I'm trying to say. Like when I'm coming back to like, I can't describe, I couldn't even begin to describe what Kevin is going through. So
I definitely couldn't either.
It would destroy me, and it's going to. I'm telling you right now, it's going to. I'm gonna shut down. Like I'm telling you, man, it's
dude,
there's nothing.
You just reminded me, my boss actually, dude, just unexpectedly, her husband was in good health, good shape. He went down to, he works in the education, like for the county boards and stuff. Like he's the one that goes in and assists. I believe. I didn't know him personally, but went down on a work trip, and missed the meeting that he was supposed to have, and they went and checked his hotel room, and he had a massive heart attack and died. And I couldn't even imagine what my boss was going through. I think she took 3 weeks or so off.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even imagine losing a significant other, let alone somebody that's been there for your entire life. We lost my uncle a couple months, 4 or 5 months ago. And the reason that one stung especially was the fact that it seemed like he was getting his life back on track. He had dealt with alcoholism for a really long time. And that one, when my mom called me while I was driving and told me that Park passed away, I literally just pulled off to the side of the road and just sat there and stared out my truck window. I don't even know if I responded to my mom.
Yeah.
Like I did not have a single thought. I was just there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, when I got the call about my great grandmother, I was in the middle of a job that we were doing in downtown Nashville, and I was standing around probably 15 people, and I just like walked off. I didn't say anything. They all kind of looked at me because I think they were trying to have a conversation, because I was doing the survey stuff at the time, and they were asking me, when you're out there holding the stick, man, everybody's got questions for you. But I like, I said, hey, can you hold this for me, to one of the guys, and I walked in, I acted like I was on the phone, and then I put my phone, I must have been standing there 15-20 minutes and didn't realize it. And then because I didn't want anybody talking to me. I just it's like everything just like got quiet around me. I don't care how loud those hammers were, beating and banging, machines, guys working, it all went silent to me. So it's just so weird. It's not, you want to say that it's bad, right? Because some people's situations they could be suffering, right? They could be in not great health, and you want to justify to yourself that they are in a better place, right? And there are those situations, but then it's like the ones that you told me earlier. It's like, your husband wakes up one day and goes to work, and there's just those, it's just life hits you with just a curveball, and it's so crazy. It makes you think about all the Rumble crying, puts it into perspective, right?
What's actually important.
A little bit of come back around to that. Like there's some things, there's some things in life that are a little bit more important, right? So, the pettiness,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. No, you're fine. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, like last night, we were in the middle of talking about something, and we got rated by Angry Conservative, and I saw a couple of people say that, this person, I just call him OP, needs, like prayers. And I was just like, sure, yeah. Like we dead stopped the show and prayed for him right there, because that is way bigger than anything that we are going to talk about, because his wife is going through dementia at the moment, and he says it's gotten pretty bad.
Yeah, my great grandmother had that. Yeah,
dude, dementia, that I would not wish that upon anyone. It is
No. I mean, it's like for someone to forget you forget who they are. I mean, no, that seems almost scarier than death to me.
Yep, that was
my
my
great grandmother had that. Yeah.
She
My grandfather, my grandfather, he doesn't he has no lick of that at all. I mean, you want to talk he's got one of the sharp, I mean, for his age, that's one thing I'm thankful for, and I remind him all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like he worked in the coal mine for 25 plus years, and then he was a welder for like another 20 years after that. So he you know, he's used to working, but it's like, you know, your body, he's hurting all over all the time, you know, but I remind him all the time, hey, at least you got your mind. You know what your name is when you wake up in the morning. You know who my grandma is. you know who I am. It's things could be much worse.
Yeah, that was like I think I told the story last night of my mama. She would call me by my cousin's name, and it, you know, my mom and my aunt would correct her, and it got to a point where, you know, she'd always get upset that she forgot my name. She would feel really bad, and you know, it started happening more and more frequently. And I just told my mom and Libby, I was just like, don't correct her. I was like, you see the jewel on her face? That is much more important to me than my feelings being hurt about being called the wrong name. Just let her be in that moment, whatever she is living. Let that be what she is saying. Don't correct her.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Wish Nick says, when my dad died, it felt like the world as I knew it was gone, and my heart felt like it was ripped out of my chest. And then OP, yep, Mama Lynn. I believe that we all have a clock, and we never know when it's going to be called home. It doesn't make the pain any less for those that are left to pick up the pieces.
Oh yeah.
Yep, it's kind of somebody pointed it out to me. They're like, it's kind of selfish, isn't it? You know, they're in a place of bliss and eternal happiness, and you're wanting them to come back here. It's like,
yeah, that's interesting way of looking at it. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you want to find a middle ground to that, you could be like, well, I'd like to come back at least one day so I could sit me. A lot of people didn't get to say bye.
Yep.
A lot of people don't
That's
get
like
to
my
say
uncle
goodbye.
never got to say goodbye to.
You know, maybe if you wanted to, they come back for, you know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour a day or something. You know, at least you can. There's nothing wrong with wishing that at all. But forever, nah, man. I think you just got put through that. I think you kind of earned it to and owe it to them to let them be in a better place. You know.
Yeah, they ran their race. Now you pick up their torch and keep running.
Yeah. You know, it's funny that you say that, running the race. Kind of a segue. Let's, instead of talking about death, we'll talk about life for a second. And not exactly useless facts, but I read an article the other day that, you know how we all say, oh, I came to be because I won the race, right? Everybody kind of uses that joke. Turns out that is not true.
You're kidding.
You might not have been first. You might have been, but there's a chance that you got denied. Ooh. So the gist of the entire article is that it's not the first one that gets there; it's the one that gets accepted. You can.
So you're telling me that you're not first, you're last isn't correct?
No, it is. What was he saying? Oh hell, Bobby! That's how I said that. You can be first,
hey man,
second, third,
third.
You could be fifth.
Early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese.
Exactly. That's a good one.
That's
like true. They said that scientifically they had discovered that it's not the first who gets it; it's the one who gets chosen. So the ovary or the egg doesn't always accept the first one. So I thought that was very interesting. I wonder if it's you know if scientifically it's somehow running through whichever genetics or stronger one that might not be the fastest, but other means that are more important. So I thought that
would be interesting. Like, I wonder how the criteria of what it accepts and what it denies.
I think it depends on everyone's genetics, right? So it depends on you and the woman, and it could be certain blood types, it could be certain DNA chains. I mean, I don't know scientific. I'm not a genetic guy. I couldn't tell you. I just can tell you what I read in the article. But I thought that was very interesting.
I need the full scale breakdown, Jorba. Come on.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up. It might be true that it just comes down to the point where maybe it can detect which one's the healthiest. I don't know.
Could be. I think I got spotlighted by Goodwin, by the way, for his creator spotlight for this week. I just saw that notification.
Yeah.
I have to check that out after I get off. So Mischief said that there's a time for everything, a season for every activity under the heavens. Definitely true.
Ecclesiastes 3.
Appreciate you, my friend. Wishnick says, I know that they're always looking down on us, and I know my dad is now with his mom, who he lost as a kid. I just miss him every day. Yeah, it's part of the struggle of being human and being on this earth. You know that they're in a better place. You know that they're not in any more pain, but there's still that side of you that's like, yeah, but I wish you were still here. And then Mama Lynn says to Mischief, you are a great man for so young. I don't know if that was just to you or to all of us. I'm not sure.
All of us.
Well, if it's to all of us, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah,
it's very much appreciated.
Likewise.
Oh, was it? Oh, wait.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
No.
Okay, so I found a little bit. I found a little bit of this article.
Pin in that comment.
The scientists reveal eggs choose the winning sperm and not the fastest one. It says the fastest sperm doesn't always win. The science is now proving something surprising. Researchers have found out that the egg may actually play an active role in choosing which sperm succeeds during fertilization. It says this discovery changes the long-standing idea that fertilization is not simply just a race. Studies show that the eggs release chemical signals that can attract certain sperm more than others. This process, often linked to subtle biological compatibility, may help the chances of healthy development. So scientists study human reproduction, or scientists that are studying human reproduction are now exploring how this complex and selective than previously thought. Instead of a pure speed, factors like
OBS is doing the thing again. Hold on.
Communicate like I was cellular genetic compatibility, cellular communication. Oh, are we dying? Oh no!
I was trying to fix.
Boom!
Come on.
Transition
oh,
something,
no.
Didn't he?
Oh no! It's OBS.
I'm just going to stare at it until it starts working.
So he's frozen in Discord even. I see the two of us moving in Discord, but nothing on stream.
I'm just letting it go through the paces of having a conniption fit.
We're going to have to take a look at his OBS.
All right, I think we're back. I'm not entirely sure. Can one of you pull up the live feed? Because my internet browser has just completely crapped bed.
No, I don't think it's moving. I hit refresh and I still got.
Yeah, it's not moving.
Yeah. Gonna rearrange everything so when it comes back, it's all crazy looking.
Why is OBS being gay?
It's kind of working. It's kind of coming back. Is this the first time you use cameras?
No.
Second?
Oh.
I don't know.
It's trying to come back.
It's the first time I've had docs and I don't know why docs, like, the web, kind of like how Rumbot is set up, if you've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
I did that,
okay,
but
yeah, it's back. We're good.
I wouldn't think that would cause it to crash, but Might have to do a clean wipe of OBS and tell it to go take a hike up a mountain. Sorry about that.
Well,
So
I
you were
need
saying-
to. Maybe not. We might have to see how your scenes are if you got certain settings correct, because it might come down to that. Because you're also using the cam through Discord and also through OBS as well.
That might be the issue, is doing the virtual camera and the.
Yes, that can run into problems. But yeah, so this is the last little paragraph. It says the findings also suggest fertilization is more complex, selective than previously thought. Instead of the pure speed, factors like genetic compatibility, cellular communication may influence the final outcome. This could help explain why some sperm reach the egg but do not succeed, while others are more likely to fertilize it. It says research is still ongoing, and it says more look into it could help deepen our understanding into the human biology. So I think that's pretty interesting.
I'm still here. So by the way. When you I just had to turn off my camera.
Next time you say that you're first, you might not have been. Just think about it. Think about that. Think about it. You might have you might have been the turtle, but you were the healthy turtle, you know.
Yeah, the healthy turtle. Knows? Sorry, I had
God
to grab
was just
off
like
screen.
God was just like that one.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. God's just like that one's going to be the one.
That one. There you go.
But I had something about Rumble until OBS decided to freak out. I don't remember what it was.
You were saying something about Goodwin. Had you spotlighted, I think?
Yeah, it was something aside from that. I saw something when I was on the main screen, and now I can't remember what it is. So it's just gone. But yeah, I think I'm doing Arc Raiders stream on Friday around 8:30 with Bearded Nerd. We decided that we need to play.
Yeah, yeah. I've been meaning to play with him again too, but I'm not going to get back into Arc until the new map comes out. I think
when's that
new map and everything. I'm not exactly the sure date. Arc Raiders new map.
I know
it's scheduled for late this month, so it'll probably be towards the end of this month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking backstage last night after Vigilant watch, and I was like, "Dude, we haven't done a gaming stream together." He goes, "Well, what are you doing Friday?" I was like, "I guess we're gaming."
Yeah, guess we're gaming.
So, which I feel bad because I'd use my gaming streams to hang out with everyone, and I mean, pretty much all my streams are just hanging out with everyone. It's just Campfire Talks and Vigilant Watch normally have a theme. But
yeah,
I've been doing like the Rock Rumble and the RumbleCade, which RumbleCade not tomorrow, but next Thursday is going to have something new about it. It's actually going to be I'm pretty excited to show it to y'all. But
heck yeah.
And I don't know if you saw the thumbnail. There is a new Resbot, which I think Kitten Cog and Optimus Dan are going to make a better version of. I finally made him look like one of my favorite Gundams, the Dragon Gundam, mainly because of the dragon claws on his fists.
Yeah.
But Mama Lynn says that she knows a lot about genetics and that stuff. Do you know what would cause it to reject certain sperm? Curious if you would know that. I think it was in your chat last night. Yeah, you were in my chat last night. You were hanging out with us. I think you came over with AC's raid yesterday. But I was going to ask you, what's the actual lore behind Marathon? Because I got to go. My robot vacuum is stuck, and I got to run down and go reset it. So I will be right back. I'll still hear you. I'll just be off camera.
Okay. All right. Well, chat. Where do we start? Where do we start? So, I guess we could start from pre-marathon, So there was a game that they had developed early on that had some lore that's actually tied to the Marathon. It wasn't called Marathon. It's called I forgot the exact name, but an alien had come down and actually landed on Earth and took refuge in an old Aztec. This is how this is written. Now, this sounds goofy. Just roll with me. Took refuge in an old Aztec pyramid, and it stayed there for thousands of years, accumulating all sorts of artifacts, things that it had brought with it. Later on, the U.S. military was conducting some kind of operations or something there in the jungle, but this pyramid was already grown over and things like that. It was hard to spot from the air. And a soldier had actually come across it on foot, and he called his group over, and they had actually gone into the pyramid. Everyone in the group died except one guy. He escaped and then went back and told like the president. I think it was I think the year was like 1993 or something like that. So I guess the president was Bill Clinton, I guess, at the time. So like they nuke where the alien, they go in, actually they send a team in there first, steal a bunch of artifacts out of it, and then they successfully nuke this alien and the entire pyramid. I know that sounds stupid and wild, but that's exactly what happened. And hold on a second. I gotta make sure that yeah, so later on, so the species of this alien was called a Yarrow. Okay. Later on in the spring of 1994, a holographic image of a Yarrow diplomat contacted leaders of the United States and says I gotta read this off because it gets complicated. It says search an urgent warning 65 million years ago that a creature of pure chaos called the Working Cacunter. So basically, if you guys have ever played Mass Effect, it's like they're like an ancient being. There's always the big bad alien. It said it has crashed into the Yucatan Peninsula and had been asleep ever since. And then the Yarrow instructed humanity to send a team to the pyramid, and they like blew it up or whatever. So, yeah, the team died inside. The 8th guy blew the thing and destroyed the alien or whatever. Well, we had captured technology from then. Later on, we used that technology to develop things on and on and on. Now, in the current Marathon game, the year is, I think, 2875. No, 2893. I think. Yeah, it's 28. It's 28 something. So, like, corporations have grown to take over entire humanity. We colonized Mars. We've colonized our moon. We've colonized several other moons and colonies in our system. Humanity is on a verge of either not existing anymore or going beyond something. So we have AI now. AI is sentient. Our entire goal is to expand beyond the stars.
Prince of the Air, Air Junior says, "Wait, we're talking about a computer game?" Kind of.
Yeah, kind of. So, with the efforts of trying to move to a different system, all the corporations come together to create a ship called the Marathon. Now, this ship is massive. I'm telling you, with how big this ship is, it's crazy. So we actually no, it's a first-person shooter, Mama Lynn. And we actually the corporations came together and bought the moon of Deimos. And the ship is actually constructed, the moon of Deimos is is hollowed out and are spinning around the ship, or the ship is inside it, and it's rotating inside vertices of the ship. That's how the Marathon is. It's massive. It housed 30,000 people, and I think another 10,000 or so like scientists, diplomats, people of their field, best people of humanity were on this ship. Well, like I said, it took 300 years to get from Mars to Tau Ceti 4 to a place called, they named New Cascadia, which was a new colony that we landed. It was a planet that we landed on. We called it New Cascadia. Now, the trip to New Cascadia over those period of 300 years is when Marathon 1 and 2 take place. The Marathon comes under attack by an alien race called the Four. And the Four are these weird, like, wormy, reptilian-looking guys. And basically, you know, you play a genetically enhanced. It's just like Halo, by the way. Like, remember, this is pre-Halo. Halo is probably derived from this. You play a genetically enhanced soldier. There are only several of you on the ship. You are the last one alive, and you are just fighting against these aliens in the Four. Now, on your journey, you're not really encountering too many people too often. You're actually encountering AI. So there's 3 main AI that run the ship. I can't remember the first 2, but the main one, his name is Durandal. And Durandal is a very... he's going to become probably the first rampant AI, basically losing his mind and become sentient. His entire goal is to basically outlive the universe, because he understands that eventually, scientifically, the universe is going to come under what is called a heat death. So basically, because the universe is contracting and expanding all at the same time, and eventually every star, everything is just going to be consumed, right? He wants to outlive that. So you basically, he takes over fighting the Four, and you're the Four have actually enslaved a mechanical alien race called the Spit compilers. They're completely like mechanical, like they're crazy looking. And you free some of the Spit, and the Spit fight with you against the Four. Durandal sees his window and takes over a Four ship. So you and Durandal actually take over one of their alien ships and just blast off somewhere in the universe. They don't know. They ended up, I think, coming back to the Four's home planet, and then somewhere on the Spit home planet, and things like that. Stuff gets crazy. The Marathon becomes basically like a floating ghost ship. There are people still on this ship. There are still other AI, they're in cryo, they're frozen, right, in time. The corporations are freaking out because they don't know. This has been the biggest, largest major investment in all of humanity. They have no idea where this ship has ended up, if it even got there. Well, it did get there. The remaining AI let the people off the ship. The remaining people colonized Tau Ceti 4, turned it into New Cascadia. Well, during their beginning, they only lasted, I think, maybe 10, 20 years of that on New Cascadia before and this is where the new game takes place. There was what they are calling an anomaly has happened on the planet. Random people got sick. A virus has spread from the Marathon onto the planet. The anomaly is something that I don't even fully understand yet. I think that's part of the game and the lore that they're trying to tell us what's happening. So the corporations eventually are able to get connected with the main corporations, and there's I don't know if it's like a military or like a unified military government. They're called the UESC. They're the main, they're all the bots. They're the ones that provide all of the infrastructure. All the other companies just provide their infrastructure and money. So just think of it as Elon or all these AI companies helping out the government. That kind of symbiosis. So everybody has died. You don't know what's happened. The corporations want to know what happened. They want their assets back. They want their money back. So what happens is they eventually get contact with the Marathon in some short way or another. And the anomaly is very strange, man. It's you're starting to see a bunch of weird artifacts pop up, weird anomalies pop up everywhere. It's very similar to what the early humans found that technology in that pyramid. So basically what happens is certain corporations, what they do is that your conscious is downloaded into a computer. There's an entire system on the Marathon that houses certain people in their consciousness. Another company called Sekaguchi actually prints and creates what they call shells. Your consciousness is uploaded to this shell, and you are a hired contractor, basically, from all these corporations. You take contracts to basically do runs on the planet, and your goal is to figure out what has happened to Tau Ceti, what has happened to the colony, what the anomaly is, what happened to this virus that has been spreading around, who's done what, when, and where. You find all sorts of recordings, artifacts, things like that. But they incorporated the whole mechanic of it being not a looter shooter, but I mean it's still it has built, like, how, because Destiny's all about build crafting, making a build of your character. This is sort of similar. There are a lot of there are a bunch of different runners you can use. They all have different skills, and you can sort of build craft in the game. But that's when they bring the extraction element to it, right? You're playing a character that comes in, finds artifacts, things like that, and comes back. The main goal is to get on the Marathon and be sent to the Marathon and try to figure out more of what is happening.
What's up, country?
But that's the gist of the lore. There's a lot more. There's a ton more, but that's the gist of it all.
Yeah, as I was walking down, I heard you start to describe it. I was just like, oh boy, I think I asked a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. It can be a lot. I mean, I can way crazier, but basically, like, that main species is no longer with us anymore. There are other alien species. We don't know if they have any ties to what's going on in the current game or not. It's still very too early to tell. They've actually, the latest mission on there is it's called Cryo, and there's a part of the ship that, like I said earlier, where all the people are actually stored away, and of course other things too on the Marathon. And there's a Spit compiler still left there, so you actually end up fighting a Spit compiler. It's sort of like a Destiny raid in a sense, but it's like a Destiny raid meets extraction. It's pretty cool, man. Yeah, I haven't done it yet. I'm gonna
have to check it out.
It's a fun game, man. It's hard. It's a hard game. I'm not gonna lie to you that some people struggle with it because they don't know what they're looking at. They don't know this or do that. The game does not hold your hand.
I was about to say me. I won't struggle at it.
Arc Raiders is extremely friendly. Is extremely user friendly.
I'm aware. That's why I like it.
This game is not. This game is difficult. It can be frustrating, but the loop is fun. The gunplay is good. The loot all actually makes sense story wise. You get to work with all the factions and the companies in the game, and they all have their own AI, and you use them as a hub to basically like have like these different trees that level up your guy. So like the gameplay is a very unique loop. Like you're not just running for nothing, basically. And they're basically taking the route of Tarkov, and they're going to be doing wipes every 3 months. So all our progress every 3 months is going to get wiped, so people can start from scratch and go over again. With Arc Raiders, it's voluntary, but at some point you're going to want to wipe because you've gotten everything, you got nothing else to work towards. But that's kind of where I got to with Arc Raiders. Yeah, I didn't do the first one, I did the second one. But that's kind of what I got to with Arc Raiders. Like there was nothing left to work for, and I know like Peanut kind of got in the same headspace, and I think a lot of other streamers got in that headspace of like, there's nothing else to get now. We've done everything. There's no new map. Some of the new arcs they've introduced are just different versions of the robots we already have.
Although I can tell you that the comet can go F itself. The thing has killed me so many times.
Oh yeah, the laser. Yeah.
No, the comet. The one is it the comet? The one that's on the ground.
The big one. Yeah, the big one that blows up. Yeah, he it's like super armored and does like a bunch of damage.
Yeah, and
I was already getting jacked up by the little ones.
Yeah, and I've noticed that they have started rolling around in squads. Like I've come across where there's like 2 or 3 comets. I was like, what is this?
Yeah. Oh, Prince of the Air. It's a hollowed out. No, it's actually a moon. It's the moon Deimos.
Is that actually
I guess you could say it? Yeah, I can actually send
Generates
you a
gravity?
picture of the marathon. It probably does. I think that's probably the gist of it. I don't know the exact science.
I was about to say, if you put it in the chat, I could probably bring it up.
I'm trying to find a picture of the marathon.
Oh wait, no, I can't bring it up because that will be shown on screen, like everything else in the chat.
Let me find a decent picture here.
Or you can just share your screen.
Oh, I could. Yeah. You're right.
See, now we're using our thinking brain.
Here we go. So that's the marathon.
Are you sharing?
I don't know if you can see that. I think so. There we go.
I gotta click watch stream. Oh, okay. That is not what I thought you meant by it rotates around.
Yeah, it's built inside of inside the moon of Deimos. Huh, so the really ship cool. That you're looking at, it is massive. And I mean, you got to understand. I mean, look at the ship compared to the moon. I mean, you know that is huge. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it only housed like anywhere from 30,000 to 45,000 people. Entire ship. But you guys also think like it's also housing all sorts of genetic material, supplies, building supplies, vehicles or what have you. Everything you can think of to start another colony. Here's another photo of it.
You can tell that Jorba has a massive screen.
Yeah. Yeah, I got ultra wide. But yeah, that's kind of how Vertices, that's Tau Ceti behind it. So that's the planet that we're on that got colonized.
That's really cool.
But it's huge.
I don't think I realized how much or how involved. Oh, there we go. Now I can bring all of us up. How do I get that to go away? Stop watching. There it is.
Yeah, you just gotta stop watching it. There you go. I'll turn it off.
Okay, I can't get it to go away, so you stop sharing. Apparently. There it is.
There we go.
We're back.
But yeah, that's the marathon, man. It's a huge, crazy spaceship that has a lot of story to it. That the corporations, they want their money and they want their supplies and they want to know what happened. You know how it is that they'll get their assets back one way or another.
Yeah. Do you have any other games coming up on your radar?
Yes, I do actually. Old Moose Man and I have been dying to play gosh, what's the name of this game? It's been so long since I looked at it, I forgot the name of it. Hunger. So Hunger is also an extraction, but it's his Hunger. It throws you into the chaos of plagued, raved Napoleonic Europe. So it's like Napoleon era Europe. It's a PvP PvE extraction RPG that blends brutal melee range combat and with deep long-term character progression, questing, crafting, and scavenging for resources. So basically, like there's like this horrific like sickness that is taken over everybody, and it's kind of like a mix of like Hunt Showdown a little bit, but if Hunt Showdown had more melee weapons and it took place in like Napoleon era Europe.
Oh wow, this actually looks really cool.
Yeah, it looks really awesome. The weapons are all very unique. You get to actually grow your character and keep it and stuff like that. So like if you die, you still have all your skills. So I'm glad that
exactly,
extraction shooters are getting to the point where it's like you're getting to like actually build craft a little more. So
Napoleonic. Yeah, I've been watching Kiki play Gray Zone with like Lumpy and all them. And that was like one of the games, like every time I see it, I was like, I want to play it. And then I think about it, it's just like, that game's going to make me very angry.
Yeah, I tried it very early on. I probably tried it it's brutal. It's there's a reason why I don't play Tarkov. And I think that's another reason like why I don't play. What's the other extraction shooter? Arena Breakout. I don't play that one either. It's like when you take damage, it's like all of a sudden you got to become like a field surgeon, and there's like 12 different medical things, and then I got to load each bullet. It's too realistic, right? It's too realistic. I got to eat. I got to drink food, or eat food and drink whatever liquid I can find, and like I said, load every bullet into every clip and manage. It's all this micromanaging. The micromanaging, I get. I can't. It's just too much.
Yeah, that's the way I am. I was like I get, like, it's, don't get me wrong, it's awesome, but it's just not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the same way, and it's like this is too realistic. Like I'm playing video games to try to like break away from a little bit of the realism, and I have to struggle to like and take 30 minutes to heal because I got shot by some guy like 20 miles away with a hard scope, So
I saw a Peanut clip where it's like somebody calculated how much time he spent on the not the main screen, but like the in between the game screen. You know what I'm talking about? Where
oh yeah, it was almost 50-50, and he was like, ban that guy.
Yeah. The inventory management, that's where I was trying to go to.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, that would be me, because like I do that with Arc Raiders. Like do you remember Resident Evil 4? It's the first game I can remember doing it. Like with the cache, like you would try to organize everything. I'm that type of person.
You got to make it fit a certain way. Yeah.
Everything's got to be organized.
For me, yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. Like with Arc, it was like I would hoard all the time. I was just a hoarder on that game. Marathon is actually kind of, and Ray agree with me on this too. It's like my gear fear with Marathon is completely gone. I have almost zero gear fear with that game. So I get a little frustrated if you die. I mean, that happens with kind of any game. But like I'm like, oh well. It's like I'll just go get it back later, or I'll find someone else that had something better, like next game or something. So but with Arc, man, I hate losing stuff because it's like some of the resources in that game it takes to like get good stuff for your guns and level your guns up can take a while to get. So like when you lose it, it's like it like irks you, and like you'll do like, let's say you do like you've done 3 raids with free kits. You're doing well, you get out with a bunch of stuff, and you decide, hey, this 4th raid I'm going to go in kitted. The 4th raid you go in kitted, all of a sudden you're coming across a super pro who just like jumps out of nowhere, snipe 2 shots you, and immediately it's like, oh my god, like you just get. And that's the frustrating part. That
makes me think of when we were playing with Solid, when he went to a Be Right Back screen, and we jumped out on that team that just killed the Bastion, and it called us a ton of horrible names, and we're like, dude, why are they so mad? And then we looked at their kids, I was like, oh, now I understand why they were mad.
Yeah, now I know why they're, because they lost a bunch of good stuff.
To 2 guys with
that's how it goes,
kits.
Man. Yeah, that's how it goes. And the third party is also real for really any extraction shooter, and it's very prevalent in Marathon too. I think that's it's not a bad thing, but it is a symptom of all extraction shooters, right? Because like you got the guy look for trouble, right? Like, oh, I heard a gunshot, let's go over there. It's no different in Marathon, man. You'll get third partied all the time. You'll get extraction camped all the time. But the main thing that I love about Marathon is the skill gap. And there is one for sure. There's actually a couple of different skill gaps. One, just actually having the knowledge of the game, the map knowledge, the gear knowledge, and things like that, versus actually having the gun skill and the skill of whatever character that you're using. Things in a fight can turn around very quickly. There have been, positioning is positioning and communication have been the most important thing ever in that game. With a lot of the stuff in Arc, someone can just throw trigger nades. We can just spam you with 1,000,000 trigger nades. Positioning doesn't mean a lot because they just bombarded you, right? That gets old.
Yeah.
You can kind of do that on Marathon a little bit, but there's a lot of counters to that, and with how quickly some of the characters move, if you're quick enough, you can counter that stuff. So it's not as frustrating. So positioning and teaming is a very, very factor. I think the stronger the communication, more the knowledge you have, as a player in the game. And I really like that. I really like that a lot. Like, the game respects my brain and my thinking, right? It doesn't treat me like a child that has to hold my hand and teach me every little thing. Like, I like that.
I will ask, is there, I'm assuming there's prox chat.
Yes, there's prox chat, yeah.
Some of the prox chat
is pretty funny.
Is there any reason, like, is it on site every time, or is there, like, hey, we can work together on trying to do this type of thing?
With Marathon, 99.9% of the time it's on site.
I gotcha.
At least for me. Now, the cool thing, another cool thing about Marathon is that they have what you would, when Tarkov would call a scav, right? A scavenger character. His name is Rook. He's a normal bot. He's just a straight up bot, like a UESC bot.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes in with you load in only midway through the match solo. Versus, it's going to be a 3v2 or a 3v1 every time. And your whole thing is to go around and basically not start or pick fights, but, rat or find fights that have already happened and pick and scavenge gear go through what everybody else has gone through, find stuff people have left, and then get out. Those guys tend to be more communicative with other players because they'll be like, hey man, I'm just trying to do a contract, man. Don't shoot me, man. Don't shoot me. You know what I mean? Like, most of them cannot be trusted. I will not trust a single Rook that I see, because 9 times out of 10, they come in and they've got they've collected bukus and bukus of claymores, and they've just booby trapped a room or something and trying to lead you, want you to chase them in there. Nope, I ain't falling for that. They're sneaky. His ability is, because there's bots in the game or whatever, just like in art. But like the UESC bots, he can actually start like this thing on his face, and basically like the other bots just treat him like another bot. Like, they just act like he's not even there. Mm-hmm. So he's able to kind of sneak around without making a lot of noise, things that otherwise a normal player would. And you don't really you're not losing anything. If you come in and die within the 5 minutes of the match, it doesn't matter, because you didn't have to spend any gear or money to come in, because the higher you up, the better the gear that your Rook actually starts with. So, it's not like when you use a regular runner where you start with nothing and you have to, like Arc Raiders, just to put gear on your character and then go in. So it's kind of a way for solo players to come in, for people that, don't have much in their inventory to come in and sort of stock up. For me, I've run Rook one time. Rook just wasn't for me. I use Assassin, the Void Shell. He's able to go invis and throw smoke, so he's really easy to get past bots with. He's really easy to extract with. He's a very scummy character. I'm not gonna lie. He's a scummy, ratty character, but if he's played right, I mean, he can be extremely lethal. So, and the other characters too, they all have their own ability to do in the game. There's a character that has a drone she can fly around and scan what high tier loot is. Yo, what's going on, Kevin? How you doing, man?
We were just talking about you earlier. Great to see you,
we were talking a bunch of crap about you. And how sexy,
complete opposite, actually.
How sexy you are.
Great to see you, Kev.
Rez was like, damn, that guy's sexy, isn't he? I said, yeah, I know.
Hey, we said we weren't going to talk about that.
All Devin did was agree. He's like, you guys just find that out?
Oh, he was listening.
Oh, you were listening? Okay, we were caught. We were caught.
Caught with our hand in the cookie jar.
Yep, we were caught.
But
sorry, Pookie.
Hey, Wishnick, thank you for hanging out with us, my friend. I hope you have a blessed night.
But yeah, I mean, the game is fantastic. I really like it. It's not a full price game. They're selling it at a base $40. It might even go on sale here soon. I just hate that there was a lot of forced hate for the game before it even come out. It just
wanted to say Muggle's lip caterpillar looks strong too. Jealous.
Oh yeah, he's he's got that Ethiopian poisonous caterpillar. He's rocking it.
You know, I just wish I could grow a Tom Selleck or something like that. You know.
Oh, you can. You can.
What's up, C&G? Welcome in, my friend.
And let her go.
Burt
was about to
Reynolds.
say, I always
mine
wanted-
grows.
The good old days.
Love you too,
Mine grows
Kev.
like Rez's, except once it gets
Love you,
past
Kev.
my lips, it starts curling into my mouth, and it drives me nuts.
Oh, it does. I don't know if you've watched me. I keep on doing this like through the stream because I need to trim it.
I'll do this. And like try
Yeah.
to get it out of my mouth. Like it's not super long, but it's long enough to where it's starting to annoy me because I just keep
Makes
my
it
beard
hard
short.
to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like you'll get to the point like if you're eating something, you put it in your mouth, it'll like drag the hair in your mouth and bite down. And you like pull the hair on your lip. And you're like, oh my god.
Well, that's why whenever I have a beer, it's always a glass bottle because it's with the mustache, the glass bottle with the neck is the easiest one to be able to get around the mustache and not like have to wipe after every like a full glass.
Yeah.
You have to wipe the mustache every sip.
And God forbid you eat anything that has any sort of a condiment on it because it's always right around here.
Yeah, it gets like stuck
Sugary
in right
glazes.
here. That,
Oh,
you know, the flavor saver.
Sugar's
The
the
flavor
worst.
saver.
Sugary glazes.
Dude, Lauren was making
Krispy
fun of me.
Kreme, Krispy Kreme awful.
She's making fun of me. I was eating this. We went to a nice burger place, and I mean it was a thick burger. So you take a bite, and it's like on the corner of your mouth, anyways. Every bite, I would just take a bite and take the napkin and wipe my face off. Like every single bite, she's just like, "Could you take a bite without not getting it on your beard?" I was like, "Nope, physically
It's impossible." I do it too. Haley probably. Speaking of Haley, she probably sees me doing it right there too. Like every time I eat, probably like every 1 or 2 bites, like even if it's short. And she'll always say every time we're done eating, she's like, "You got some little stuff on your beard." Like every time. That's
Save it for later, okay?
Small price to pay to look sexy, boys.
And what's up, Haley? Great to see you, my friend. Or you know, like you drink something from like an actual dish. It's always like right here. You pull the dish down a cup. Brain's not braining, but it's like always like right on your beard.
I wonder if you could see Haley. You probably, Meg, can you wave your hand above the couch? There she is. There's her hand.
I saw something moving over there.
Yeah, she's
chicken wing sauces are terrible with this too.
Oh yeah, that's another good one.
Yep. Meg always gives me crap for picking donuts apart and eating them in pieces instead of taking bites. It's because I don't want sprinkles on my beard.
Exactly.
I'm too lazy. I just go full bore and then deal with the repercussions.
The sugary stuff's a little different because then your beard gets all like sticky and it's annoying.
It's stuck in it.
Dude, whenever we go out to eat, like I'll excuse myself to like go to the bathroom after we're done eating and then just like grab like a handful of water and just wipe down my beard.
Yeah, I mean that's me.
Absolutely.
Like almost every meal when I'm done, I'm like I'll wash a little bit of my mustache and just like clean myself up because I know I probably look ridiculous.
All the women in the chat are just like, what is wrong with these three?
Yeah, what do you say?
Your meal and then you put it on your linen, and then you can use your linen to get it off.
Yeah. See, Devin's thinking 12 steps ahead. He's thinking 12 steps ahead to get that baby cleaned up.
Yeah.
See, I'm with the rest on this one. At some point, you just get too lazy and you're just like, just take it as is. Wait till you get home.
I get sensory. It drives me nuts. I'm so sensory with stuff. So.
Dude, the worst.
Oh yeah,
is
I'm bad with my my fingers, dude. I'm like bad sensory with my fingers get nasty. Like it drives me nuts.
Dude,
which is crazy because I work in construction. It's like you think those two wouldn't work together, but I deal with it. You know, got gloves, so.
I was about to say, with construction, while you're in the middle of it, it won't bother me. But as soon as I stop whatever I'm doing, and same with like the farm, as soon as I stop whatever I'm doing, got to go get clean.
Yeah.
But I was going to say the worst is when you eat something that's syrupy, like pancakes or a waffle, and it gets on the edge of your mouth, and it like crusts your beard almost instantly.
Yeah.
The hard glaze,
Yeah, that drives me nuts. The schmutz, as Haley so elegantly put in the chat.
Yeah, you got schmutz. Yeah, you got the schmutz.
Also, Haley, what are you watching? I was trying to figure it out before the stream started because I could see it in the mirror.
She was watching something on Amazon. I can't remember what it was.
Dude,
hope it doesn't ruin the stream because we're not. Just so you know, Rumble, we are not rebroadcasting any media in if that can help, and we can't hear it, and we can only see a quarter of it. So,
Yeah,
I can't help the mirror.
So we had a sick goat that we brought in. This mentioning Amazon Prime made me think of it. We brought her inside and like we were, nursing her back to health, and I had her just like lay. It's a little baby, so I had her laying in my lap, and dude, she was intently watching young Sherlock, like dead staring at the screen the entire episode.
Yeah, our boys.
Some
like
new
to watch
show with
TV
Dan
like
Levy on Netflix. It's meh.
Yeah,
Watch
there's
Young
a
Sherlock.
like-
It's actually pretty good.
She's watched that already. Chances are,
Oh, okay.
if you name it, she's already seen it. she's like a passive watcher, so like she likes to watch stuff like while she's doing like 2 other things at the same time.
Yeah, I do the
So,
same thing, but I
Laundry's the perfect
normally
time.
I normally like put
Yeah.
it on something I've seen before so I can hear it, and my brain will like, like Kevin will probably write me out anyways. The amount of I hope to God he can't see how many times I've watched Jurassic Park on Plex.
Oh, he has. We actually talked about it,
Oh Jesus.
and none of us are
How'd the
judging. By the way.
analytics run?
Not a
see-
single one of us are judging.
It probably makes it much worse because Lauren will put it on the TV to go to sleep and it will play through all of them. And but yeah, like when I'm at work, I'll just like put it on in the background because I've seen the first 3 enough times to where I can tell you like word for word what's going to happen at any point in time.
Yeah, I mean
But-
we're no judgments here. We're Jurassic Park lovers here.
It's quite impressive, actually.
See, Kevin's is quite impressive actually. How many times you've seen it?
I can't help it. I
He's like,
literally
what can I say?
Oh no, I'm actually reading through the book again. It's on my side table. I was about to say I have the 2 books on my bookshelf normally, but they're in the bedroom at the moment. But I think we got really off topic. We were talking about stuff that's upcoming, and I said something about Grey Zone. We went down a rabbit hole.
Yeah. I mean, Hunger is really like. There's a couple of single player games. I was kind of wanting to check out Crimson Desert, but like they keep putting out all these major updates for the game, making it better. They're adding this and adding that. So I think I might wait like
Kev said he's going to
maybe
find the
6
number.
months or so. Yeah, I might wait a few months before I try that. So because if they're going to keep adding stuff and fixing stuff, it's like I don't want to ruin the experience just yet.
Mhm.
I'd rather experience everything they can give me. So
I'm waiting for Kevin to call me out live on stream for my amount of watching Jurassic Park.
yeah, what's the number up to now, Kev? It's
was about to
probably
say-
something very impressive.
It's probably not as
And-
much as my Lord of the Rings watching.
Well, into the
All right,
other
Dev.
secondary
All right,
one.
Dev, take a
is-
guess. Take a guess on what it might be before he puts it up.
I'm going to guess I'm in the 200s.
Wait, just off of Plex?
Off of, are we talking about my entire lifetime? Because that's incalculable.
No. Just off the Plex server.
I'd say I'm definitely over 100 because Lauren puts it on just in the background too, so it makes it look like I watch it. I'd like to see how many times she's watched Harry Potter. She goes through the entire series. She'll just put it on and leave it on in the background and go do other things around the house. 64. Okay. Is that just for the one movie for Jurassic Park 1?
64?
I thought it was going to be higher, to be honest with you.
I thought you were around 50 something the last time we talked about it. It might have been a little higher.
Dude, there is it on Netflix that has like all the newer ones like from Jurassic World on? For the original, over 129 for the title of Jurassic.
Golly!
Hey, they're good movies. I can't help it.
He's a
What was I about to
hardcore
say?
fan. He's a hardcore fan, guys.
Well, and two, that's like one of the
Dedicated.
things where Harry Potter is over 100. I had never noticed. Yeah, that's Lauren. That's not me.
That's
Uh,
awesome.
but I think for like a solid 3 days, we never turned off the TV in the bedroom, and Netflix never does this for anything else, but for Jurassic Park, it cycles through all of them and then starts back over at Jurassic World, and then cycles to what's the newest one, Rebirth,
Yeah.
and it cycled through it for like 3 days. I was just like, oh, glad it wasn't on Plex, because then I'd get a text from Kevin and be like, dude, you okay?
That's funny.
Thank you for using Bucketflix.
Yeah.
And dude, his intro with the 20th Century Fox and the cat, bobbing his
With the
head,
cat.
that gets me every time.
Haley used to ask, she's like, is this like, what is this? I was like, he makes these and puts them on for his server. And she's just like, oh. It just made me laugh every time, because it's like the goofy little flute in the background, like playing the
Yeah.
Alright,
and the
here you
cat
go,
just
Raz.
like bouncing.
This
What'd I
right
do?
here,
So funny.
this is where they
Hold
filmed
on.
it. And this is my personal photo of it.
Oh yeah, that's the scene
Whoa.
with the compies, Proconophnithus, where he falls down the
Yeah,
hill
the
and
little-
land
The
of
little
the
ones attack him.
about to land of the lost world.
Lost.
I need to do
That was a
more
really
and make
good
it more
movie.
insane.
Well, I think it's
Land
too
of the
when
Lost
they had
or
when
Lost
they're
World?
running through the stream in the valley too. I think right when they had I don't know what was it.
The
Was it one of the pregnant dinosaurs? I think maybe.
Well, there's the scene with the Stegosauruses in the beginning. There's the
I
scene
think
where
the
they're running
Stegosaurus
through
is, yeah, there too.
where they're running through the valley and end up in the waterfall when the T-Rex is chasing them. I need
Here's
to
the
make
big
one
squid that was there.
with the dude with the ring cam slamming on the bell. Yeah,
Oh, the guy that was trying
Here.
to break into that dude's house or whatever.
This is part of it too.
He's new.
yeah,
man.
that's awesome.
It's
Yeah,
like Fern Valley or something. I have my timestamps on there wrong from the. I didn't change it from.
Also,
the other ones,
Kev,
but
can I make a request? Can
That's
you
pretty
put the
cool,
newer
man.
Godzilla movies on there with Kong? Like from Godzilla to what's the newest one? New Empire.
Just think,
We
there
show
were
up, we
some
gotta-
digital dinosaurs over there in that woods.
it was pretty cool.
Dude, somebody
that'd be
made
really
like
cool.
a actual Jurassic Park like memorabilia, and like they have like statues of dinosaurs on where they filmed the original, like the landscape that you see they're flying in. There's an actual park, if that's what you want to call it there.
That's cool.
I know where
Hey,
You
you
drive a little further from there too, and you get to the redwoods, and that's where they filmed the Ewok area in Star Wars. And man, the redwoods are not far from there. It's beautiful. One of my favorite things in our country.
definitely.
Hey, give me a second. I gotta use the bathroom, guys. I'll be right back. Okay.
You're good.
Hold
Yes,
on,
sir.
Chad. I shall return. Give me a second.
He's running away. Actually, that's a good
I'm
idea.
running away.
We're going to take a pause for the cause. Let me bring up
Wait.
Spotify because I
I
gotta
got
go.
this. Since,
Oh,
since
okay,
he
you
left,
just want to
we'll
take over.
play... No, where is it? I just wanted to play this.
Where are you?
No.
Do whatever you need to do, bud.
By the way, this is the music from the guy that we were talking about last night in Vigilant Watch.
Teeth on edge, alarm at 4. Woke up fighting on a bedroom floor. Hands still shake from a dream I can't Haven't slept in 3 long years. I just blink.
All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Oh, Spotify overlaid there for a second. Yeah, guys, check out that link. He was actually in our chats yesterday. Pretty good music. I forgot to fix my stupid light when I was up. Where am I hearing? Yeah, guys, check out that link. Let me mute Mischief. I'll wait for him to turn his camera back on, and then we'll unmute him. We were talking about games. I got one that I've been meaning to check out for a while. Do you remember the game Raft back in the day? Oh, he's back.
I do.
Oh.
I do, yeah.
Let me unmute Mischief. There you go, Mischief. You're unmuted. Excuse me. There is this game called Void Train, which is supposedly supposed to be like Raft. I don't know if you've seen it or not.
Is everybody start on a train?
But yeah.
I think I've seen something like that. It's by an indie developer, right?
Yeah, I bought it not too long ago and been meaning to play it, but life on the farm's been so busy I haven't had a chance to yet.
Yeah, I mean, they can get like that. I wish I had a baby goat. Give me one.
I got 10 of
I'll
them.
take a little. Oh, well, I'm not looking for a lawn mowing crew.
That's what I need to do. I just need to start a lawn mowing business with my goats.
There's a guy that does that. Have you ever seen him?
No, I have not.
He has like, it has to be like 90 something goats that he hauls around, and like he only takes jobs that are like, you know, people's backyards that are really, really bad, you know, like super overgrown.
Mm-hmm.
And like sometimes like people's yards would be super overgrown, like on like, you know, a hill or something too steep to get to or something like that. And they'll just call this guy and he'll just show up and he'll just unload all the goats. And within like 5-6 hours, the goats are fed, the lawn is cut, and they got their yard back. And he's just like, well, it's a win-win for everybody here. So like, and it's a pretty cool business idea. It makes for good videos.
Yeah, speaking of videos, I actually just created a new channel that is going to be dedicated to. I'm going to be setting up a camera out in the goat pens and just letting them play. I just got to build them some stuff to play on first.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I do have. Yeah, it's going to be Tumbling Real West Virginia, or WV, because I have the other one, and for some reason, I had the baby. I saw Nuggy running by in the background.
Oh, he's got a puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he
Tater
tried to do
like that, but Loki will freak out.
He's not still.
He had a dedicated puppo cam in the last stream that we did for Campfire Talks, and then he went to go get a book, and then we just had a dedicated mischief booty cam.
Little bit of butt that I have, yes.
Yeah, Haley was wanting to do a pupper cam for her stream, but I'm like, we've already got 2 cameras on. Because like the boys will just like hang out next to her, like, or in the room somewhere.
Yeah,
They're just gonna be sleeping anyway.
I planned on, my cat loves to come in here. I don't know why. I think I might have just caught a fox because my geese are going absolutely bananas. We've had a fox killing our chickens, so we set out a trap. But I planned on like back over here putting kitty hammock, or I'll probably just put it in the window and then put a camera on him, so I'll just have a 7 cam while I stream.
The kitten cam.
Yeah, he's a beautiful Maine Coon kitty. Never actually really liked cats until I got a Maine Coon.
Yeah, I like cats. Okay, I'm more of a dog guy, but I had cats growing up. My mom.
Yeah, we've always had cats
and
dogs.
My mom is like deathly allergic to cats. So like all the cats that I have, they always like they're always outside. So
but
she's like, she can't even, if she's even in the vicinity of one, she's just like, nope. Immediately reacting.
Yeah, I understand that. Lauren's, for some reason, she's allergic to the cats that are down in our basement. They're good mousers. And then she's not really that allergic to Seven somehow. Doesn't make sense.
He's partially hypoallergenic. He's
Probably.
got that hypoallergenic gene.
But, you know, I'd love to keep on going. I feel like you and I could sit here and talk, and Mischief could talk for hours, but I do have to go milk goats. And,
oh, yeah, you're fine, man. I got to get up at 5 in the morning, go to work. So,
yeah, same
I totally
here.
feel you.
Although you get an
But yeah,
extra
man.
hour on me, because you're on Central Standard Time.
Yeah. It was 7:30 instead of 8:30 for me.
I'm thankful for that
But-
hour too.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But what do you got coming up?
So I think Thursday it might. I don't know if Ray's going to join or not, but I know me and Zarek are going to be playing. We're going to be playing Marathon. Friday, definitely going to be playing Marathon. So Haley's going out of town. She's got to go see her mom, and she's taking the boys. And then, I don't know if I told you, not try to take it too much time, but Aztec's
fine.
moved back in with me for work.
Yeah, you told me that.
So he's back here for a little while because he's working in Nashville. So he's going to be back in Missouri to go see the wife and kids for the weekend. So I'm going to be by myself all weekend. So
He's
it's
going
just
to be
me and
marathon
Rumble
and
hanging
marathon naked.
It's going to be coming home from work, running, going to bed, get up, go to work, come home, running again. So I'll probably have to work Saturday too. So I mean, I'm just working and running, man. That's pretty much what's going on right now. Hopefully, tomorrow, if not tomorrow, Friday for sure, going to be doing cryo run first time. So I'll definitely be doing that.
I was about to say, I do
you're all
see
hanging out in the
myself
chat.
getting. I'll definitely
Yeah,
be
you should
there.
definitely try
Although
it.
I've been missing a lot of your streams because, like I said, I've had a ton going on. But
No, it's all good, man. Everybody's got life going on. I don't judge anybody for missing nothing. So I'm the same way. Like I could be on a lot more streams, but between life and doing my own streams and all this other stuff and paying the bills, it days go by pretty quick. So it's hope nobody
I
gets
was
too
more
offended.
talking about for the entertainment of just hanging out, watching you play the game. Oh, yeah.
Honestly, for me, you know how I am. Anybody takes any time out of them and say whatever and hang out with me is even if it's for a few minutes, I'm thankful for it. So
yeah,
no
and
problem.
we'll definitely have to get together. I don't think, aside from playing on Solid Stream, I don't think we've done anything aside from this recently.
Yeah, we haven't done anything in a while. Yeah.
Because
There's always somebody who want me to play with them all the time. Not to sound like that guy, but
you're just fun guy to play with.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Haley says all the time too, guys. But yeah, no,
Man, that was a head shake so strong I could see it from the back of the camera.
But yeah, man. It's just there's just always a lot. I mean, I totally get it, but I mean, I appreciate that though. But I appreciate you having me on your show, man.
Anytime.
Dev having me on to hang out and talk and hang out with the chat and stuff. So, but
yeah, and like I said, you're more than welcome to come back and hang out next week or next week too. It's just gonna be wide open. Whoever pops in.
Heck yeah! Well, I will stop by for sure. We'll hang out. We'll hang out for sure.
Do you want to drop your channel in the? I think it might still be pinned unless Mischief has pinned something else.
Covered.
Okay, yeah, you guys can just like my channel's pinned in the chat there. He's got that right on there. So my schedule right now, I've been doing Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, sometimes Sunday. So sometimes it changes just depending on what's going on for my day to day. You guys know how it is. So, but we've just been running a marathon. If you guys want to come give me a follow, give me a shout out, dislike it. It don't matter to me. Whatever you guys want to do, interact with it. I appreciate it. So, but again, I appreciate you guys having me on. So I can't wait till next time.
Yeah. Mischief, did you have anything before we sign off for the night?
I just want to thank everybody for being here, and I appreciate you guys as always. Sorry, I got another something in the background of my ear and it's throwing me off. But no, you guys are awesome, and it's always fun to hang out with you guys. Just a reminder that we got a good community. I mean, our panels with these chats and everything. I appreciate you guys, and if you guys see, I'm gonna reiterate, if you guys see Kevin on during the week, just give him some encouragement. You know, give him some love and
Definitely.
encouragement.
Yeah, shout out to old Bucky, my Bucky.
All right, boys. Well,
All right, gentlemen.
I want to wrap it up here. I'm going to send you over to one of my good friends, Ritz. I believe she is coming on at the end of the month, actually. That was the last second edition. This month's kind of been all over the place, so I didn't even get a lineup set. I'm trying to do better about May. But I'm going to send you all over there. And until next time, God bless you all and have a wonderful night. Bye.
See you guys.
We met by the tracks where the trains don't run. You lit one match, said, look what I've done. Rust on your boots, gravel in your grip. You carved me a truth right into that leaning tree. This is our graveyard gospel. Low high hope, singing in the ash and charcoal
till the sky says go.
You take the high line, I take the low.
Two cracked bells in the same old stone.
This is our graveyard gospel.
And I won't walk home alone.
You said I stole time from a man I'll repay. I said I stole mine just by walking away.
Your hand shook hard as you named your goals. I kissed each scar like a cursed precious oath.
This is our graveyard gospel.
No,
High hope,
oh yeah,
singing in the ash and charcoal.
till the sky says go.
You take the high line, I take the low.
Two cracked bells in the same old stone.
This is our graveyard gospel.
And I won't walk home alone.
Call my shame by the ancient name. Let it rise, let it fade in the dark.
Trade your blood for a borrowed flame.